he and two other friends were playing at a bar, and they got $12 to split between them, and the sound guy got 90.
Yeah, that's probably when I met him.
Hey, folks.
He might have been one of those guys.
It always amazes. I still don't understand why people can join the meeting before I actually launch it.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going, Eric? So I guess you've met my dad.
Yeah.
It's
We're
all
just
been
talking
going
about
smooth
you.
till you got here, John.
My ears are
Everything's
burning.
fine. You ruined it.
Where are you now, Eric? Are you in Chicago or are you Denver or something?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago. Just I have a couple of jobs back to back here, so I'm staying at a hotel downtown.
Your job is installing golf simulators?
That's correct. I was just telling your dad all about it.
Oh. Have you talked him into buying one?
No, not yet. We haven't gotten to that part of the
I'd buy a
conversation yet.
Peloton first.
I'm trying to ease into that conversation.
You heard about, there's some security questions about Joe Biden's Peloton.
What happened? Has it been breached by the Russians?
They're worried that people can track his movements or something through it.
We should track his movements. He's good, responsible for a lot of stuff now. I need to know what he's doing at every moment.
Yeah, if he's he's doing recreational stuff when he should be working.
Yeah, no golfing.
Peloton. I mean, that wasn't a problem at all with the Trump administration.
No golfing for this guy.
Is that an alternative tuning on the guitar, or?
No, I'm just playing weird chords.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make it sound out of tune.
You're a professional sound guy, so
yes.
If you don't sound good tonight, I won't feel guilty about it at all.
No, I have a nice setup. I bought this $600 mic.
Oh, sweet.
The Guitar Center special. I have the world's smallest studio now. So I'm coming at you live from an iPad and this tiny little 2-channel microphone preamp that goes into the iPad. So it's pretty full resolution, good mic. I'm sitting in the right position where I hope the vocals and the guitar will be around the same.
Is it the mic or the guitar that goes in?
Hey, Tanya.
Is the mic going through the guitar? Is the guitar going through the mic?
Yeah, I'm just singing and playing guitar. There's no cable coming from the guitar into my audio system. It's just one mic. I'm doing it folk style. It's all about placement. I had to find the right chair, the right height, and the right size table.
You're sitting down?
I'm sitting down, yes, quite comfortably.
Good, good.
Hello, Tanya.
Tanya, do you have your sound on?
Hi, Roy. Hi, Roy. How are you?
Where do you live, Eric?
I live in Black Hawk, Colorado. It's about an hour outside of Denver.
Up in the mountains, or up?
Yeah, it's up in the mountains. It's it's about 7,000 feet altitude-wise. Somewhere, I don't know if you're familiar where Nederland is or Idaho Springs.
Yeah, I know where Idaho Springs is.
Not too far from there, up Cold Creek Canyon. It's kind of, I live in between two little towns that are basically casino towns. So there's not much else besides the casinos in the towns themselves, but I've lived, at the end of a dirt road in a cabin in the woods, essentially. I have a family of moose that live in my yard, which is nice to wake up to.
When you were posting moose memes, I thought you were in some exotic location, but you were just at home.
That's at home, yeah. I mean, it's pretty exotic up there.
Is it rent or it's a great
spot? Yeah. It's a friend of mine from high school's house, so he lets me rent a room there. I mean, I'm barely ever there. I've been on the road almost all the time, so basically just renting a room, and I go there to switch my clothes out every couple of weeks.
Oh,
You're a long way from the airport, though.
Yeah, it's about an hour, almost an hour and a half. But, it's kind of nice to get away. It's kind of nice to be far away. And, when I do have days off, I'll spend, a couple of days off in Chicago too, because I still have a lot of friends here. I mean, I just moved away a few years ago. So I kind of live in both almost equally these days.
you have a default place to crash here when your client's not putting you up in a hotel?
Yeah, I have different friends, so like if I have a friend that goes out of town a lot, so I will cat sit for her, stay at her place in Logan Square. I have a friend in Hyde Park with a spare bedroom.
Oh, no.
But yeah, sometimes I just like to, check out these like little micro hotels. There's a bunch of like new little weird sort of efficiency hotels in Chicago they're pretty nice and cheap,
We still don't have any like Japanese style coffin hotels.
There is. Yeah, I stayed in one. It's in the South Loop. In the South Loop, like where the Columbia building is on. I think it maybe is. It might be on Michigan Avenue or like a block west of Michigan Avenue. The Columbia building. It's like pretty close, maybe a block or two from the amphitheater. The what's that called? The Chicago Amphitheater.
Schubert Theater?
No, the old fancy one. I forget what it's called. It's like built with like
One on Congress?
yeah, near there. Anyway, yeah, it's a box. It basically fits like a twin bed. That's touching the wall on three sides, and there's a little side table and a TV on the wall, and it's like a padded cell. It's like cushy white acoustic tiles on the walls.
Is it possible to stand up in the room, or you just kind of
Yeah, you can stand up. You can stand up. Yeah, there's maybe like 2 foot of room, but they're basically like built. It's like a big warehouse space, and all the rooms are just kind of next to each other. It's very weird.
Are there windows?
There's no windows, no.
Oh.
You have your own little like fan that's like your own little, like heating, air conditioning thing that vents out into the main room.
Oh.
So yeah, it's kind of like like some futuristic weird thing. It's not super nice.
Okay.
But it's real cheap.
But it's, it's more space than like a capsule hotel where you're literally like sliding into the room.
It's not it's not like a morgue drawer.
But probably the closest thing.
Nicer than a morgue drawer. Yeah.
They have those in Japan, don't they?
Right.
I think I've seen them at the airport where you could just like get a nap in a coffin, essentially, in a drawer. Sleep in a drawer.
Let's bet on the French overnight trains.
I haven't done that one yet.
They have real small compartments with triple bunks and about 1.5 foot between the 2 sets of bunks.
Oh, okay. Are you sharing them with strangers, or how does that work?
Yeah. One night when we got on one, we came in, there were 3 of us, and there were 3 people already in there sleeping. The light was out.
It's like a rolling hostel.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Well,
Lisa Phelps.
I got to put that on my list.
We'll get started at 9:15 after we get a critical mass of people showing up here.
Right on.
So, Eric, have you done any other performances during the pandemic?
Yeah, just sporadically. I'll just like spur the moment. I kind of did some that were a little bit planned out, where I was trying to have some sort of theme where I would like cover a record. Like I did a Husker Du night that was maybe like an hour long that I advertised like a couple days in advance. I covered a Dinosaur Jr. record a couple weeks after that. But then after that, it's just like I'd rather just do it sort of spontaneously, and whoever happens to be scrolling by Facebook at that moment, you know.
Mhm.
If I'm like practicing, I do spend a lot of time in my room playing guitar, and I bring my guitar with me when I'm out of town. So I spend a lot of time playing guitar. So if something is sounding especially good and I feel like there's no one around to appreciate it, I'll jump on Facebook and just play that one song and then log off. Maybe
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe not even leave it so it's viewable again.
Do you just use Facebook Live for that?
Yeah.
What, like, well, I know you and Melanie did a thing at the Montrose Saloon, right?
Yeah, we played a show together. Yeah, that was I don't even know. Did we go live on that one?
I mean, that was because they've been having actual live music, or at least they were during when it was warmer
Yeah. Yeah,
outside.
it's like it was kind of the only place that I could think of that was like having shows every night that was felt comfortable to be at.
Yeah, they had a pretty good setup. It was only outdoor service. You had to wear a mask going to the bar. Tables were spaced out.
Yeah. Highly recommend. I love that place.
Hope they survived. I mean, I assume they've still been doing some outdoor service.
And selling to-go drinks. I feel like they're going to make it. They're pretty resourceful. Eric's a pretty resourceful guy, and it's, you know, his heart's definitely into it.
You know, they just announced today they just restarted indoor restaurant service in Chicago, and also bars with food, although not bars with alcohol that don't serve food.
Yeah, I noticed. I walked around downtown today and noticed like cafes and stuff where people were actually like hanging out, spaced out. It's like, I don't even bother to like check what the current thing is, you know? I mean, it's very obvious if you walk down the street and you look into a place, if people are in there, it's like, oh, well, they must have changed the rule again.
Well, I mean, you could be confused because there's an awful lot of stuff that's basically like they just built outbuildings and they're calling that outdoor dining, but it's, you know, completely enclosed and
probably worse than
looks like
eating
a new wing
inside.
of the building.
Yeah.
Let's not get into a debate about like
Yeah.
keep the conversation polite, but you know, definitely a lot of different points of view.
John, are you going to eat indoors? Eat indoors?
Am I gonna what?
Eat indoors? Eat indoors? When you have to,
No, I'm not indoors.
in a restaurant, if you have the chance.
I mean, you know, if I read that some place just had like tip-top COVID protocols where they had a special ventilation system that instantly sucks out all the infected air and, you know, mask rules and time limits for people hanging out, maybe I would consider going if somebody really wanted to go, but
Right.
no.
I'm not.
So that's food to die for.
Yeah,
I thought it was really funny. Like I read an article today and a restaurateur was saying like reopening indoor service is like a breath of fresh air. It just seemed like a really strange way to put it. But I'm kidding. Let's stop it. All right, well, it's 9:10. Why don't we go ahead and get going? I expect we'll get a few more people showing up.
Cool. Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Are we doing one for one, or do you want to do a
Yeah, we'll take
rock
turns.
block?
We'll alternate, do 3 or 4 songs depending on how you're feeling. And
Sounds good. I've been practicing my whole life for this moment.
all right.
I got about 6 hours. I got about 6 hours worth of material.
Well, you know, if you're really feeling it, we can keep going longer if people are still listening. All right. Well, Eric has played in a band that pays tribute to the band Husker Du, which the guitar player in that band was Bob Mould. So to make Eric feel at home, I'm going to play my moldiest original. This is by my band, The Cloud Corporation. You know what you're doing, but you don't know where you're heading. Said that you were leaving for Detroit. You took me by the hand and tried to make me understand but I just didn't get the point. And you said that I should be just who I am. Yeah, you said that I should be just who I am. But you say it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, you say it doesn't matter anymore. I know who I am and I know what I'm doing. I know what I want and I know how to get it. You say it doesn't matter anymore. Now please listen to me and don't disagree. You said that you were leaving for the beach. You were going to California. And girl, I tried to warn you. You said it was out of reach. And you said that I should be just who I am. Yeah, you said that I should be just who I am. But you say it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, you say it doesn't matter anymore. I know who I am and I know what I'm doing. I know what I want and I know how to get it. You say it doesn't matter anymore. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice job.
Thanks, Eric. You got one for us?
That was very moldy.
Yeah, it actually rips off a line from a Bob Mould song, but it's not a
Okay. That's good because if I didn't recognize it, then you probably will slip under the radar because I pay attention to a lot of his lyrics. You fooled me. All right, here's one. This one is called "It's Right Here." It's about living in the moment. Like a baby with no more spaghetti to throw. The blanket never felt so cold. I was beginning to go in a rowboat, swept away by the waves, carried out to sea for days. I could have thrown it all away. Staring back at the horizon. Where do we go from here? Living for the present moment. Never too far ahead, never too far behind. It's alright here. You're tasting the life over here. So surrounded by 1,000 tears. I was living without fear. I was so wasted, counting 1,000 years, trying to hold back my tears. Now it's becoming all too clear. Still back at the horizon. Where do we go from here? Live for the present moment. Never too far ahead, never too far behind. Never to anywhere because it's all right
All right.
Thank you.
Nice song. Take it that's an original?
It is, but as I was playing it, I realized how much I borrowed from Husker Du on that one as well.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could see the influence there.
Yeah. You know, like you don't notice sometimes until if you plant the seed in your head ahead of time. And you're like, well, I mean, I guess everyone that writes original music is just kind of borrowing from their favorites. And yeah, Husker Du is one thing you and I definitely share in common.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, speaking of planting the seed, I think I will play a song that almost literally has the phrase planting the seed in it.
Wow, we're on the same plane right now.
Yeah, same wavelength. This is from my old band, Illinois First, that Mia Park was in. Sung about Carl Sandburg, the poet laureate of Illinois. You were born to a poor Swedish railroad family in Galesburg, Illinois. You left home at 18 to work odd jobs, delivering milk, harvesting ice, shining shoes, and laying bricks. Then you rode the rails as a hobo and wrote folk songs. You volunteered for service in the Spanish-American War in Puerto Rico. Then you went back home to Galesburg, went to college. You tore the first book of poetry, and then you moved up to Milwaukee to work for the Wisconsin Social Democratic Party. Carl Sandburg, the Bard of Illinois. Carl Sandburg, you helped to plant the seed. Carl Sandburg, Galesburg's favorite son. Carl Sandburg, Chicago's greatest Swede, with wife and children in tow. You moved back south to Chicago and worked as a reporter, writing poetry on the side. Smoking steel, Chicago poems. Don't forget corn huskers. 3 reverse celebrations of industry and agriculture. A lifelong admirer of President Abraham Lincoln. He wrote about his life in a 6-volume long biography. Then you toured the country as a folk singer, singing songs and reading poems. You left behind a very impressive discography. Carl Sandburg, the Bard of Illinois. Carl Sandburg, you helped to plant the seed. Carl Sandburg, Galesburg's favorite son. Carl Sandburg, Chicago's greatest Swede. At 67, he left the Midwest for Flat Rock, North Carolina, so your wife Lillian could raise prize-winning goats. But when you died, they brought you home to Galesburg, Illinois, and they buried your ashes beneath Remembrance Rock.
Bravo.
All right, thanks.
Bravo. Bravo. That was the most informative tribute I've ever heard in song
Oh,
form.
the Illinois first set was all
Everything. I learned everything.
National band. We even had a PowerPoint presentation.
I don't know what else there is to know about this guy.
What did people think of the young poet at the inauguration?
Oh, a lot of people seem to think she stole the show. You know, the Bob Mold's bass player said it was like when the opening act is better than the headliner.
I saw that. I saw his comment. I didn't actually watch the inauguration at all. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just watch other people's reactions to the things that I don't want to watch and then make all my judgments based on that. So I think I would have liked it.
The inauguration concert was definitely interesting. You know, Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi, the Foo Fighters.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga sang the national anthem. Yeah, I thought the inaugural concert was pretty good. Tom Hanks was the MC.
Tom Waits?
Hanks.
That would have been
That would
better.
be really interesting if Tom Waits was. Yeah, you know, it was pretty anodyne. No one was doing anything too controversial. I mean, Bruce Springsteen's song did mention gamblers and whores, and the Foo Fighters got...
What's more American than that?
Right. I think Bruce Springsteen's haircut was a tribute to Joe Strummer. It was sort of like a...
Did he have a mohawk?
Mohawky haircut with the sides faded down.
Really?
Nothing too radical, but, you know, high on top, short on the sides.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, no, it was a good performance. All right, you got another one for us?
Yeah. This one's called Angela, Angie, Ange. It's about 3 different people named Angela.
Looking for love in anybody's destinies. Why does it always start to And you won't put down the phone. Angela lights me burning. Edges keep me so she got a plans to keep her. All for one, remembering how she used to. Why does it always start so unfortunately, to the rest of the world, so I made my own wonderful. Don't have to under the sky, nothing else to the girl who left me. Why does it always end so tragic?
Very nice.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you. Thank you.
the little arpeggio you had there, the like dee 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 dee, like a little filigree at the end of the verses.
Thank you. Thank you. What do you got? So I feel like we're having a rumble or something. It's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Like a
yeah. Is that what?
down.
Let's see you top that.
So did you and Mikkel I know you and Mikkel grew up in Highland Park together. Did you folks ever actually play in a band together?
Yes, we were in like I guess the second real band. I don't know what the definition of real band is, but I guess like, yeah, very early on. I guess to me, real band would be like a band that plays in a bar.
Uh-huh.
And the first band I was in was called Mr. Furley. So formed in like 1991, maybe 92. And then shortly after, Mikkel and I were in a band called the Brother Egg
Oh, right.
with another friend of ours from high school, Adam Goldman. So yeah, we used to play, I think our first show was maybe Lottie's Basement. Remember when Lottie's used to have shows in the basement?
Oh, that was a place on like Wabansie or Cortland.
It's on Cortland, yeah. That was where my first apartment was in Chicago.
Oh.
Pretty much next door. Yeah, and then you and Mikkel were in Cloud Corporation together.
Yeah, she also played in iterations.
I bet if we sat down and thought about it.
We toured together in 2001. It's hard to believe that was 20 years ago.
Crazy,
But
right?
she played drums in both those bands. She probably played bass for some John Greenfield's rock band shows too.
If we sat down and really thought about it, we could probably figure out like 5 different people that we've both played with at certain points.
Yeah, there's not many degrees of separation. I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever played a band with Jay Nemi?
Yeah, in high school, my first like fake band. What were we called? We were a hardcore band in the 80s called Speed Starch.
I've never even heard of that.
With Jeff Greenberg. It was me, Jay, and Jeff Greenberg. Practiced in my dad's basement.
Were those guys in Squelch?
Who was in Squelch? Jay was in Squelch. I think that Jeff was also in Squelch, and their drummer was sort of like the best drummer in the suburbs. He was also a Highland Park guy, or maybe he went to Lake Forest, but Matt Bloomquist was their drummer. And he was kind of, like back then, there was only a handful of bands. There's only so many people that went to your high school. So, yeah, I haven't thought about that name in a while.
Well, I brought up Mikkel because she came up with like the second half of this song title. So this song is called Prefab Sprout, which is the name of an 80s pop band, Turn Up the Volume Knob in Your Heart. So Mikkel came up with the second half of that. And it's called that because this is basically me trying to write a Prefab Sprout song. looking for an answer. Oh, you know, I'm sorry, I'm playing this in the wrong key. When you're looking for an answer and there's nothing to be found. Hey, Max. Except the voices in your head that go spinning round and round. When you're feeling kind of lonely, take a walk around your town and you'll find that love is only for the lucky and the proud. When you don't know where to go, it seems like everyone else knows the way. She wanted to go to Australia, somewhere down under, but it wound up being a failure, and her dreams went asunder. So she went to California, hearing that everything's warmer there. I tried to warn her, but it didn't go as planned. When you don't know where to go, it seems like everyone else knows the way. When you see the sunshine, seems like all your dreams come true. Always seems like there's a shadow waiting right in front of you. And you don't know where to go, it seems like everyone else knows the way. I said, when you don't know where to go, it seems like everybody else knows the way.
Bravo, bravo.
Nice dancing by Max and Cindy. Thanks for joining us from your tropical vacation. Well, you know, funny thing happened there. I actually second-guessed myself incorrectly. I thought I was playing in the wrong key when I started the song, but I was actually in the right key. And so I went 2 frets lower than I should have been playing the song in. So I had to sort of like adjust, like I barely was able to play the guitar solo properly.
Totally pulled it off.
Yeah, I basically dumbed it down so I wouldn't mess up. But yeah, strange.
Never tell him your secrets. You just gave away like a magician
I know,
giving away his secret.
I meant to do that. All right, Eric, let's get the roll from you. Let's run around 3 right now.
Yeah.
So why don't we do 4 instead?
Sure. I need to wet my whistle. That's old-timey speak for drink beer. Does everyone have a beverage? Good, good. You. Okay, good. This is what's this called? This is a song called "The Waiting." So I recorded for a Sunken Ships record. Waiting is all you see the day starting. Stay young while it's all the same. Just don't play it right. It's right. Winter is so cold. I'm here for you to hold. Can I come over tonight? The heat steams. This is all you always say. Together at your age is true, but till I can't know. It's all the same. Just don't play it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Everyone's muted, so I'm imagining
The
applause. The crowd goes wild.
when you did that strike, it kind of reminded me of some XTC song like Towers of London. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. I always think about Uncle Tupelo when I play that. I think that was the source of that plagiarism.
It's funny. I spent last weekend listening to the Uncle Tupelo record, No Depression, then listening to the early Jeff Tweedy and Wilco albums because like Wilco and Sunvolt were the two bands that split off after Uncle Tupelo broke up. Because the guitar player, one of the guys from my country band, was talking about how great Uncle Tupelo is, and they are good. They're basically like punk country.
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of like a perfect mashup of like SST stuff. I mean, they have a song called D Boone in tribute to the singer of the Minutemen. So they were this weird mashup of like alt country and punk, you know. Great band. Great band.
I like all the really like sharp stops they do and stuff. But then, Sunvolt's a great band, and Wilco's pretty good too. So
I saw that was one of the first shows that I saw legally, like as a 21-year-old at the Lounge Acts, was an Uncle Tupelo show.
oh, it was probably
Fantastic. Yeah, it was a great show.
Great place to see a band.
I'm bummed I lost the sticker that I bought at the show. It was on my cymbal case for 20 years, and then I lost my cymbal case. That's what happens. You know how cymbal cases are. They come and go in and out of your life.
That's one instrument I've never played, so I don't have the experience. Being a drummer means you've got a lot of gear to haul around.
It's like beeful. It's a pain in the ass.
All right, well, I guess I'll play one more, and then you can play one more, and we'll take a little conversation break. All right, this one, the bass player from the Cloud Corporation, Joe Goldberg, came up with the title. It's Polysyllabic Gelatinous Goop. Just a second here. Does someone else? Oh, my brother's here. Dave, how's it going?
Good, good. I'm glad I caught at least the last couple of songs.
Yeah, we'll be doing several more.
Get the whole family.
Got Neil in the background?
Pardon?
I'm looking at Max and Cindy's window. There's
I don't know what's going on over there. That's
Like a party going on.
That's the real show. I don't know what's happening there. It's like someone's stealing a car.
some sort of fantasy
Christmas.
background. Christmas.
I think there's a carjacking in progress, but I'm not quite sure.
All right. Well, anyway, this is Polysyllabic Gelatinous Goop. It's got a bit of Smith's influence in a way. I look in the mirror and realize I'm lonely. I know that there is nothing more I can do. Now I know how it feels to say if only. If only your love was true. I drive by your house in the summertime. I know that there is nothing more I can do. I go to the bar and order a whiskey. I can't believe just how far that I have stooped. I know that my plan is somewhat risky. My mind feels like polysyllabic gelatinous goop. I drive by your house in the summertime. I know that there is nothing more I can do. You're making my brain feel just like polysyllabic gelatinous goop. I drive by your house in the summertime, sweet, sweet summertime. I know that there is nothing more I can do. Is falling in love such a crime? Polysyllabic gelatinous goop. I drive by your house in the summertime, in the summertime. I don't know just what I should do. What should I do? You're making my brain feel just like, feels just like polysyllabic gelatinous goop. talking about polysyllabic gelatinous goo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bravo. Well done.
Mikhail, we
We're just talking about you.
I played
We
Prefab
did.
Sprout, Turn Up the Volume Knob in Your Heart. I mentioned that you came up with the second half of the title.
So we've recounted both of our
Unmute
histories.
yourself if you want to talk.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. How are ya?
I had COVID.
Oh no.
You look great.
Thanks. I don't have it anymore. At least not yet.
That's good. Keep it away. Keep it away.
Keep it away. Keep it away.
Keep it away now.
So how long were you incapacitated with that?
I was down for at least 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
And honestly, my symptoms, I was very lucky, in terms of like the whole spectrum of how bad it can get. But yeah, no, so I was down for about 2 weeks, and then every once in a while I'll have kind of like a long hauler day, just like an extra fatigue day. Why are you wearing headphones? What is that about?
Me? Who,
Yeah.
me? Because I have this fancy setup. I have a.
You're in like a hotel in Oak Brook.
I'm actually in Chicago now, but I'm in a hotel. Yeah. Listen to the reverb. I'm in Chicago right now. I try to invite
but only until like 2 a.m, right?
No, I'm here for 2 days, a whole 2 days. But this room is perfect. I'm so glad this worked out because the ceilings are about 20 feet tall and it's all cement. So I don't know if you can hear this natural reverb. Check, hey, 1, 2, check, 1, 2.
Are half the people here related to John Greenfield?
Yes, it's his entire.
I thought you were in a bathroom all
Third of the
along.
people here at Greenfields.
David, I believe you and I have met, actually.
You got the Message of Rock 2001 tour. Mikhail was the drummer. And you actually stayed at my dad's house. Do you remember he made us barbecued seafood?
It was such a blur.
Tour life.
We had a really harrowing van. We had this terrible van called Uncle Stud. Grandma Stud.
I know, I'm still traumatized by it.
The rain was in, the windshield wipers probably didn't work very well. So we had this like near-death ride to State College. Then we played a gig at a local bookstore, and then Roy served us a nice dinner, so that was good.
Risking life and limb to play the local bookstore. That's hardcore.
Yeah. No, honestly, it was like super stressful.
As I remember, you actually had 10 or 12 people at that one.
Yeah, we had a bunch of your friends were there.
That store is really, they've moved and they've got a big store now. They must be having a tough time at the moment.
Yeah. But Eric actually gave a whole biography of like your musical Mikhail, your musical involvement. He mentioned what bands you guys have been in together, and
I made up a bunch.
Why?
I made up a bunch of stuff too.
Why did that come up?
I brought it up because
Oh.
when I was about to play Prefab Sprout, the volume knob in your heart.
Is that too loud for you, Eric?
Yeah. Turn it down. Hold on. Where's the volume?
Turn down the volume knob on your. All right.
I didn't bring you up. He
I
brought.
just played polysyllabic gelatinous goop, so it's Eric's turn. Then we can have a conversation break.
All right, here's the song. It's called "The Bliss of Ignorance."
fall into this treasure, it will move away. Rain is what the use if I try to fool me. You're the only kid I do. No monsters not in front of me. See the fire off the ecstasy. I'll sit here, my eyes closed, I'll empty my head. Self-inflicted, deep program, deep program. Fight it off. This mind I fought brought a victory. What's the point? Roll the dice and enjoy the bliss of ignorance, the joy of sleeping all day. Going off to water still unknown. Searching for a place to call my home. I'll sit here, my eyes closed, easy, empty mind. Self-inflicted, deep program, deep program.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of
Is that a
nice,
Sabato song?
sparkly sounding chords in that one.
Sparkly, I'll take it.
Yeah. Maybe some. I heard a little Big Star reminiscence. So.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that too.
Was that an original?
Yes.
Oh shit. Shit girl, I thought that was fucking Sabato.
Shit, girl. No, I just stole from them directly. Stolen. Took it and I grabbed it. Arr. So what should we talk about, you guys?
Yeah, we can
What'd you get?
take a break.
What'd you guys have for lunch? Roy?
My what?
Sandwich? What'd you have for lunch?
What did I have? I had a half a can of chili.
Just a half?
Funny,
Yeah.
I had half a pint of chili as an appetizer.
Yeah, that was it. Yesterday was a little more exotic. Fried clams.
Eric,
sounds
you're
delicious.
always posting. Speaking of lunch, you're always posting exciting sandwiches. Eric and I are on this sandwich discussion group Facebook that's got like 1,500 members called All the Sandwiches.
It's the most important news
like,
of the day.
You're kind of like rude. You go to like
Wow.
South Carolina and post these pictures of awesome, Eric's job
I
is
like
installing.
literally chopped liver. You guys invited me to the sandwich group.
I didn't know you liked sandwiches. I thought you were a soup gal.
I mean, all
There's
Jews
all the
love
soups.
sandwiches.
That's true. That's true. Do you want to be part of, I mean, we talked about it. We were trying to decide whether or not to let you in. Are you going to behave? Are you going to be,
It's not
are you going to behave?
discussion group.
Oh,
I don't know. It's pretty special.
Since we're
It's
on the
pretty exclusive.
subject,
There's only 5,000 members. It's pretty exclusive.
since we're on the subject of sandwiches, David, the other day I finally got around to trying your tuna fish salad, your tuna fish salad.
Oh, here we go.
With the relish and the chopped, what do you call it?
Chopped what? On the edge of my chopped
Well,
what?
Chopped liver? What am I, chopped liver?
Oh no, you little round things.
Oh, capers.
Papers.
Yeah, chopped capers. I did the
Ooh,
whole
those are
thing.
the best.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't
have
chop,
to give me the proportions. So
you don't chop
yours was
capers.
better.
What's that?
Yours was better. You didn't tell me the proportions.
Oh, no, that's closely guarded secret.
Yes,
Eric,
David.
is that like riff you play? Is that like a rim shot for when you make a bad joke? Is that what's going on here? No, I mean it seems like you make a pun and then you play that riff.
Yeah, it's
Is that
just
what that symbolizes?
natural. It's just a reaction. Hey, did you hear the one about the guy in the bar? Thank you.
I'll tell you what, if I make a pun, you play it for me too.
Yeah, it is the guitar version of the Badum Ching.
Exactly, a rim shot.
I'm writing a spiritual book about comedy called the Badum Ching. Thank you.
Why? What is it? When you get a white car, Eric?
Isn't it cool?
I mean, it's white.
It's super white.
Is that like your beater? Is that
No.
like I'm
Well,
on the
it's
road,
this is the one that
shake
it's
the car?
the one that I want to fly with. It was not super expensive. It's new. I wouldn't be heartbroken if it got destroyed by
Right. As opposed to the one that like
Joe.
Guitar Center lost.
Yeah, I have like that's my special guitar. You know, it has like it has stories and autographs. This one has a cool. I got the Sonic Youth sticker. I believe Anita Hill. Youth Against Fascism.
That's a Sonic Youth sticker?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Remember that song?
I remember the 90s.
Remember the night? You were there?
No,
I saw
Joe
you there.
Biden is-
I saw you there. I saw you there in the 90s.
I super remember.
John was there. I saw him in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you guys were probably all there. I just didn't. I only ran out with.
I don't
I mean, I've
Ran
basically
around with these two.
hanging out with you folks since 1997.
Is
20.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you were around in like 1997. See, yeah.
There was the
Mikkel and
whole
I met.
Milwaukee Avenue, Jeff Greenberg, Ralph Syverson loft scene, and then Jay. I'm surprised Jay is
You
not.
lived in Dave Trumpio's loft.
Yes.
Did
With
Dave live there before?
who else lived there? I think Jay Nemi lived there, and then
Well, you actually stayed
Mike
there one
Hagler. Did Mike Hagler stay there?
I think Hagler lived there, yeah.
He lived there. I remember listening. I remember specifically listening to like something he had recorded and like admiring his Sherwin Vega speakers. So I was like, okay, he's a sound engineer, and these are the type of speakers that he has in his house. So I like remember that. I'm like, if you ever get like have money to get good home speakers, buy Sherwin Vega, because Mike Hagler had them in your apartment. Isn't that funny how you like remember certain stupid,
He would talk about that
inconsequential
brand
shit?
a lot.
They were pretty great.
He would talk about that a lot. You remember it for a reason.
Speaking of Jay Nemi, Mike Hagler, and Dave Trumpio, Jay posted this video of their band, the Larry Cash Jr. at the Fireside Bowl on Facebook. It's, it should be easier to find if you go to Jay's.
Great band.
It's really good. Like the band is really tight. The sound is good.
Indeed.
This was shot in the mid '90s.
All right.
So I recommend.
They had the best T-shirt ever. They appropriated the old school yellow City of Chicago Target rats posters that were in the alley. It was yellow with a rat, a big fucking rat with big sharp teeth. The Larry Cash Jr. They made T-shirts out of them.
Yeah.
So I was actually-
I fucking
has a lot of
totally
good,
co-opted that graphic
I've-
later.
Influence
another
imagery.
band.
I've been talking. I was supposed to be at Dave Trumpio's house like 2 weeks ago. I just went on vacation to San Diego, but because I
Doesn't
changed
live
my
in San
plans.
Diego.
I mean, I know, but I was supposed to go to LA and I had rented an Airbnb and I was going to record an album at his house. And
Shut up, dude.
and then they had that massive surge. And so I was like, hey, what do you think? Should we postpone this? So, because this was like 3 weeks ago, I guess, when like things got really bad there. So,
Wait, wait, hold on, time out. You were gonna record with Dave Trumpio?
yeah, I still am.
You
We're
have
just going
like
to do it. We're going
$10
to do it.
million?
No, I have enough dollars. He's giving me a deal.
Stars.
Because
He's
that
giving me-
was, remember the last time I talked to you, I was like, I'm gonna talk to you about my solo album.
Yeah. You want to do it with Dave?
Yeah.
To do it with Dave? So here's the thing. Dave has like,
Oh, you're doing
Dave-
the solo album?
Dave has like 3 studios. He's like,
It's a pipe dream.
I didn't know you wrote songs.
Yes, I do.
you guys were, you were saying, like, Mikkel didn't show you her song. She didn't want to use them for.
I didn't want to I didn't want to make you feel bad.
But I mean, do you play guitar?
I play everything.
Oh, okay.
It's an all bass record. She's doing big bottoms to the record.
Well,
No, listen, I'm not a prolific songwriter. I'll write like 2 songs every 10 years.
Uh-huh.
So, by the time I turn 50, I'll have enough for
4
solo-
songs.
a
Yeah,
solo
4 or 5.
record.
I can't believe you're going to be 50. I know that you're always like the same amount of years that younger than I am, but for some reason you stopped aging. Like, I don't know, you seem like, I just can't believe that you're going to be 50 one day.
One day. It's
You-
gonna happen.
Mikkel's not going to be 50 anytime soon. I'm
Isn't
gonna
that
be
crazy?
50 soon.
Mikkel, when I met her, she was like a little girl. She was like a little girl. She had Steve Albini glasses.
Hey, you're
And
50
pink-
in March, right, John?
She had pink hair before, like she was the first person to have pink hair, pretty much.
Yes, the first in the world.
It was the 90s. It was wild.
Well, it's caught on.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, like Dave and my more conservative brother, his daughter has blue hair now. So
You have to have a face tattoo to get a job at the bank. That's a requirement.
I mean, I remember like, maybe 15 years ago, someone like Dan Savage saying like, yeah, in San Francisco, people with green hair work at the bank. It's no big deal. And now, like, that's the case everywhere in the country.
Okay.
David
But
Bowie's looking down from heaven.
Our niece is definitely not like a wild and crazy, rebellious young person. And
Why isn't she here? Where's the rest of your family?
I don't know. She's got nothing better to do. She's in Madison, and
Your family's
they're
pretty.
being very strict about social distancing.
Your family isn't very well represented in this meeting.
And your family is.
Yeah, where are your kids?
Oh,
Indeed.
Yeah,
My
where's
bro- my-
Ingrid?
my mom's probably sleeping because she's on the East Coast. She's sleeping. She wouldn't know how to do this. She would be like, how do I? And then my brother just doesn't care. He doesn't love me enough to watch. He's probably practicing his own guitar in Seattle right now. So everyone's spread across this land like a thin sheen of margarine.
Mayonnaise.
Now, how did you wind up in the Denver area?
I don't really know.
Are
I
you
don't
like a big
think
skiing
he's really-
fan or something? Or
I crashed my van in Colorado, and then I stayed there because I
like
couldn't.
a UFO.
I gotta say, the music scene in Denver seems pretty hellish. It's all like
It's all right, actually. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be lamer than it was.
Lift
It's-
and Night Sweats and the Lumineer, all these like.
But that's not what's popular. That's not what's like. I hate those bands. Like I think Nathaniel Ratcliffe is actually pretty decent, but yeah, I don't like that genre of whatever
They're not
the
terrible.
Lumineers
Like-
are. But the local bands, like the scene in Denver, as far as live music, is actually like pretty tough, like punk and metal. It's like very much like Chicago in that way. You know, maybe it's the venues that I was working at, but I worked at like the punk and metal places, but like quality stuff, you know. And I don't know, like the crowds like look like Chicago crowds, like black hoodies and spiked belts and long beards. Everyone's a brewer, tattoo artist, or a, you know, bike mechanic.
I mean, Denver must be a wonderful place to live. I mean, it's like, you know, a big city with lots of stuff going on, and you're right next to the Rocky Mountains.
It's all right.
And then everything.
There's not enough black people, that's for sure.
That's great if you ski.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that message?
Geographically, Denver's a lot like Chicago, just like it's got a slight tilt downhill.
Yes, that's what I said. It's white. There's no. It's weird. I can't say that I like Denver, to be honest. I worked in Denver, but I lived like in the mountains for a reason. You know, I got enough socializing and enough nightlife by working in music venues. So like over the weekend, I would work Thursday through Sunday or whatever. And then I would go back up to the mountains where it was like nothing, you know. So that was kind of a nice balance to have for a while.
Have you ever hung out at that bar that Neil Cassidy?
No, I think you told me about it though, because I did like, I would stay at like a hotel or like a hostel. Like if I had to work a bunch of days in a row in Denver, I would just stay for the weekend, either crash on a friend's couch. So I do love, like, I know that you're a big fan of like dive bars and like, you know, bar history kind of stuff. Yeah, you recommended My Brother's Bar. Is that what it was called?
Yes. Although I've never actually drank there. I've just been like outside it.
Yeah, so I did go there, and it is a literal dive. It is like, you know, graffitied. It looks like, you know, it's not like, you know, it's cool that it has that history, but yeah, pretty divey. My favorite place is a place called Charlie Brown's, and it's in a hotel that Jack Kerouac like lived in one of the rooms above the bar while he was writing the On the Road manuscript.
Oh.
And the bar is awesome. It's a piano bar. For some reason, it's like a nautical themed bar, which doesn't make any sense in Denver because it's like the furthest away from the ocean you could possibly be.
Kind of landlocked.
Yeah, totally landlocked. So like, whatever reason, I don't know. I didn't like get the history on the owner, but yeah, there's definitely like accounted stories of like him hanging out at this bar. And, you know, the bathroom is still super old. So like, you know, I like to go there and write in my notebook and sing along with the piano man. I'm pretty obnoxious at a piano bar. Piano bars are like my funnest favorite thing in the world.
Can you play the piano?
No, you just sing along with the piano man or woman.
Wait,
Piano
so
person.
is Cindy on here? The Cindy from
Cindy Elliott and
Vehicle?
her son Max. They were
Star
dancing
Vehicle?
with the palm tree background for a while.
That's Cindy Elliott? Oh, I didn't recognize you.
Right.
I know you.
She's the one from Star. That was the name of her band, right? Star.
Yeah?
Star Vehicle.
Star Vehicle.
That
with
was
Jeff.
with
We have a lot of 6 degrees of separation.
Jeff and
Whoa, Roy, where'd you go?
Neil Horn.
Are you on an island?
I needed it today. It was pretty cold here.
Oh, are you hanging out with Cindy and Max?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Cindy and Max also had a tropical background for a while.
I didn't realize
The
that
other
was.
photo is Max feeding ducks at the Logan School. Humboldt Park.
There she is. I didn't know that was you, Cindy. Hi.
Are those
You're
are like
muted.
virtual, those aren't real Christmas lights, those
You're
are virtual
super
Christmas.
muted.
Those are super muted.
Super muted.
muted.
And you have a
Remember that
mustache.
90s band, Super Muted?
Yeah. They opened for us at Phyllis's 91.
Eric, you are my first Zoom concert of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Cool.
You know what? It's great. I'm so glad to be here. So
Yeah.
thank
Me
you.
too. Me too. I didn't realize that was you the whole time. I haven't talked to you in years.
But
How
I
are
thought
you?
you were like in
She's
California
fucking
or
hot shit.
Colorado
I
or now
was.
you're here.
I'm kind of all over.
It don't
I'm right here
matter.
in
if
Chicago.
the
Don't
song's
matter. It
great.
don't matter because
It's
on Zoom we're all in the same place, man.
It's just the same.
On Zoom we're all here, man.
It's just the same.
Be here now.
I'm sorry you
Oh,
had
Jesus
COVID,
Christ.
Mikhail.
How's it going, Lisa?
That sounds horrible.
Hey, Lisa, tonight
I
is basically
was
the
lucky
maiden
my
voyage for that
my
soap
symptoms
you and your
weren't that bad.
daughter made. What, you can't hear anything?
People were talking. We can't all talk at the same time. It's okay.
Do we need some breakout rooms? Do we need to go to some breakout rooms here?
This
What's
is
going on?
just like the Lounge Act. This is just like the Lounge Act.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
Like,
like in the
I
rock
go
club.
into the girls' room downstairs with Greenberg getting high in the girls' room. No, I'm just kidding.
down that that
6 degrees of Greenberg.
But Lisa, I
that
just want to
stairway.
say, I used
Those bathrooms couldn't have been legal. That was like you had to
How did I
climb down a
ever
ladder.
even
You
make
had to
it
climb down a
that
ladder.
Stairway.
and there are always fruit flies in urinals.
Wait,
Let's do a
what?
song before I put my
And Lounge
kids to
Acts.
bed.
There were fruit flies?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
because you didn't use the urinals.
Those weren't
You
fruit
didn't eat
flies.
the cake.
And there, but for the grace of God, go I.
Lisa, I was just going to say, tonight I basically used that soap you and your daughters gave me for the holidays for the first time. And I was shocked that like a coffee bean fell onto my bathtub. I didn't realize there were coffee beans in the soap.
It came out of you.
If my performance
It fell out of you.
tonight, that's because I've been rubbing coffee beans on my body.
Those were.
No, it's very nice soap.
Those must have been Elsa's. She saw all kinds of weird stuff in hers. Yeah. It's fun to clean the drain after you. Oh, but I gave you the tiny ones, right? Like the hand size ones, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. You won't have them in your tub.
No, but it's great soap. Thanks a lot.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Like the soda bread too.
So good. Yeah.
All right, well, should we move on to round two?
I'm going to pack it in all
All right, it is getting
here
late.
on the East Coast. Good night, all, and
See
thank
that?
you.
Nice to meet you.
Is this Roy signing off?
This is Roy.
Peace.
Back here, we got your cold weather today.
Yeah, it was very
Uh-oh.
cold yesterday. We had a bonfire
Yeah.
on the lake, though.
Yeah. Today was not too
Today
bad.
was nice.
Yeah.
Dad, you'll get good biking weather tomorrow.
Today it wasn't, you had to sort of drag myself out.
Oh, you did go for a ride?
Yeah.
Good for you.
What you got
Okay.
there, Eric?
Good night, all.
See you, Dad.
Whiskey.
Hi, Eric.
Bye.
All right, well,
Check, check.
Bye.
Eric's last song was, I thought, was sort of Big Star influence. So I think
Bye,
I'll
John
play a song-
Greenfield's dad. Bye, John Greenfield's dad.
Yeah, it's like
Wait, that was your dad?
That was his dad. That's all in the
He's sort of like
family.
Colonel Sanders, doesn't he?
We got David,
Yeah,
the
like,
brother.
Your dad looks exactly the same generation as you and David.
What?
Yes.
That's
I'm
a
glad
ter-
he's not a Trump
It doesn't
supporter.
really make any sense.
You're either complimenting him or
Something
dissing
else.
John and his brother.
I'm just saying, I thought that was your older brother.
My dad looks kind of like Colonel Sanders. By that I mean the
What kind of
Mario
medication are you on right
Lopez
now, Mikkel?
playing Colonel Sanders in Arrested
What kind?
Did you guys see? I
What
recommend that.
kind?
Why are you giving me the finger?
No, that was for
Giving Eric
Mikkel.
the finger,
Oh, okay.
obviously.
So
I'm giving the person who deserves the finger the finger.
Shh. Go to sleep.
whoever said that me and my brother look like the same generation as my dad, that's the person who deserves the finger. I can't remember who that was.
Yeah, that's you, Mikkel. So
But-
shut it.
I kid. All right, anyway, this is about one of the original members of Big Star, Chris Bell, who tragically died young, but was very influential. He was born living in Memphis. Started playing guitar at 12 or 13, playing British rock in a country and soul town. Inspired by the Kinks, Jinx, Ice Water, and Rock City. Then he recruited Alex Chilton from the Box Tops. Chris Bell. His life was marked by tragedy. He created a lot of beauty for a man who died at 27. His life traveled at the speed of sound. He played feeling in the streets. Don't lie to me, life was white. And a beautiful ballad called Try Again. The #1 record failed to sell, so he quit the band and made a suicide attempt. His brother took him to Europe to try to cheer him up. Chris Bell. His life was marked by he created a lot of beauty for a man who died at 27. His life traveled at the speed of sound. He was a genius, but his music never found an audience. As he struggled with his sexuality, got deep into Christianity. And one night in Memphis, he drove to a hole. Became one with the cosmos. As the years went by, people heard about his music, shared it with their friends, and every big star fan started their own band. Cheap Trick and the Replacements, back in REM. Now his songs are heard ringing across the land, just like a bell. Chris Bell. Life was marked by tragedy. He created a lot of beauty for a man who died at
27.
His life traveled at the speed of sound.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see more
Cynthia,
I didn't realize you were still playing all these
camera then?
goldie oldies.
golden hits. They're golden hits from the 70s and 80s. One of the lines was Beck and REM. Not Beck and REM.
so the
Beck
line
and
is,
REM. I want to see more of the contents of Cindy's wallet.
What's that?
I want to see what else is in Cindy's wallet. She's just
Yeah, that
showing
was-
us random business cards. Like, here's a thing on my table.
It's a visual tour of
Some
her desk.
sunglasses. They're so tall. I have some
I want to
sunglasses.
play bass with a pick.
Here's the thing I use to charge my phone.
I was showing you that I am an ACLU card carrying member and you didn't get the.
I got it. I can read letters. Thank you very much.
Is that one
I
that
can-
with a turtle on it? All right, Eric, you got something for us?
I like the gator grip.
I'm a fan of the Tortex, Jim Dunlop Tortex yellow.
Get this shit out of town!
Dude, yellow? You're yellow? I'm a yellow. Cindy has a hole pin.
I like the oh.
I used to be an orange guy, and now I switched to yellow.
Okay.
You want a little more thickness for
yeah.
the acoustic.
You know who I've been listening to
Hey,
lately?
like,
I bet
honestly,
Eric
the
and-
Look at my
Honestly,
pick.
the
Look at my
Eric, the
pick.
white guitar.
Look at my pick. No, look at my pick. You guys.
Dave, what are you holding up there?
Who can guess? Who can
Is this
guess?
what like Zoom classes are like for fifth graders? Or
Anybody have any guesses of what this little machine is?
They're
yes,
way more polite, Eric.
that is a toothpick dispenser and one of those like birds that like dips down when the mercury in
Yeah,
the tube
exactly.
changes. So it is.
Yes.
This
Is it
why
really?
I
Is it the
don't like
bird?
My
You
dad's
received your
Christmas
COVID
card.
vaccine?
Is it an ant farm?
That would be a great one.
You don't like a Christmas card because it associates Santa with the flag.
What?
What?
I
What?
don't like.
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
now?
I do not like this Christmas card because it associates Santa.
Oh
with the
yeah, no,
flag.
that's
Yeah.
weird. Did
Isn't
someone
Yeah,
that
you're right.
weird?
you?
And
We
so
don't like
it was
that.
excluded from my Christmas card wall.
Cindy, you have like this weird filter.
Yeah. Are you?
It's giving you a mustache and weird.
It's my kid, and
It's
it
her
is
natural
Zoom
glow.
school, Eric. You're absolutely right. So why don't you
It's give
give
me a
us
mustache
another
too.
tune to alleviate the problems? That's your job, artist.
All right,
All right,
I'll
Eric.
play a Husker Du song.
Can you
Let's play
tell me what I
covers.
just
Let's play
played?
covers out.
All right,
you have?
and
Yeah.
I'll shut up, and then everyone will be happy.
Yeah, let's play. We've been talking about Husker Du all night. It's probably, we all love Husker Du. We're of a certain age. That age is old.
Somewhere in April, Sunday, at another hour. I guess I better think out the way to spend my time. Should I go fishing or get a friend to hang around? Back to summer, it's back to basics, hang around. Eating drunk out on the beach or playing in a band. Getting out of school and getting out of hand. This is a celebrated summer. Such a celebrated summer. Such a celebrated summer. Oh, such a celebrated summer. Santa graves between the wall of cloud. Somewhere winter and no one has allowed there. You remember when the first snowfall fell? Summer really had a snowball's chance in hell. This is a celebrated summer. Celebrated summer. This is a celebrated summer. you remember when the first snowfall fell? That you celebrate summer.
Thank you.
Very nice. What
I think I'm about to get in trouble though. I probably shouldn't be screaming in a hotel room like this. They'll just tell me to stop, right? That's the big hit off of New Day Rising, 1985. Husker Du's big hit, New Day Rising off SST Records, 1985. Big hit. That was a big hit for college radio.
Well, you'll be
Can't hear you,
pleased to know
Mikhail.
that during the inauguration concert.
That's exactly how Casey Kasem talked about it.
This summer, the big sub hit of the summer, 1985. Solid State Tuners
New Day
Technologies record.
Rising.
But anyway, that line, you know, the Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters song, I'm a New Day Rising, was performed at the inauguration.
Oh, what song is that in?
He's a big Husker Du. He's
Probably
admitted.
written about the aftermath of Kurt Cobain's suicide.
I know, but what song is it in?
The song is called Times Like These. It's times
Times
like
what?
these you learn to live again. It's times like these you learn to love again.
What's the name of the song?
What do you got, John? What do you got?
All right, I guess it's time for another Illinois history lesson. I recently wrote it.
Your songs are so informative.
Yeah,
Your songs are.
Is this like a free for all, or is it like only you guys that get to play?
We're gonna play.
No girls. No girls.
We'll have an open mic. So
Only
if you
boys.
play one of your original songs. That'd be great. So, all right. So this is sort of not that the reader about how we should rename Lakeshore Drive after Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable, the founder of Chicago. So this is
Of course.
the musical version of that op-ed. Let's see. Did we just leave? Looks like we just lost somebody. Probably Lisa. That's okay.
I feel like we've lost a couple people.
It's just Dad and Lisa. But she
It's still giving us
emoji, so she sort of said goodbye. In the 1760s, a black Frenchman came up from New Orleans. His name was Jean-Baptiste du Sable. He had the ways and means. He came from New Orleans. He had the ways and means. So raise your glass to Jean
du Sable, the founder of Chicago.
Hey.
He lived with the Illinois Indians and lived up in Potawatomi. He married Kitty Hawa and joined the family. He met the Potawatomi and joined the family. So raise your glass to Jean, the founder of Chicago. In 1779, DuSable and his wife moved up to the shores of Lake Michigan to start a brand new life. DuSable and his wife began Chicago life. So raise your glass to Jean, the founder of Chicago. They built a house, a barn, 2 stables, a workshop, a smokehouse, and mill. They started up a trading post with lots of nice things to sell. They built a house and a mill, they had lots of nice things to sell. So raise your glass to Jean, the founder of Chicago. Sable Chicago's post. Sobel settlement was the start of the city of Chicago. Sobel's trading post became Chicago. So raise your glass to Jean D. Sobel, the founder of Chicago. Raise your glass to Jean D. Sobel, the founder of Chicago. Raise your glass to Jean D. Sobel, the founder of Chicago.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's all from my textbook, Discovering Illinois. I'll show you the textbook.
I mean, like, what happened to
You should write a song for every page on Wikipedia.
what happened to fucking Clark and Lewis?
Lewis
and Clark. Get it straight.
Wait, how is Lewis and
What
Clark
happened?
different from
They
Clark and
died.
Lewis.
That was 100 years ago.
100. Yeah, but didn't
They
they
died.
also discover Chicago?
They died of natural causes.
But Meriwether Lewis died from suicide when he was making his way back from, he shot himself on the way back from St. Louis to DC. He was having
He
some
shot himself with one of those crazy ass, like, really inaccurate guns.
like a musket or something, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he died immediately either. But one theory is, like, there was all kinds of sex between the Corps of Expedition, Corps of Discovery,
How much sex are we
those
talking?
people, and that he had just gone crazy from syphilis.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that,
I
yeah,
recommend the
that'll do
book,
it.
Undaunted Courage. It's like a Devil in the White City style retelling of the story using actual quotes from letters and stuff. Really brings it to
Can you
life.
sing a song about it?
I don't have a song about that because I just wrote a song that was the Illinois history.
What?
The Lewis
What?
was going to pass through Illinois on the way to St. Louis, but all right. So now it's Eric's turn.
What do you guys hear?
Brother Egg song.
Do you remember how to play songs from high school?
I think I do know one song.
By the
Mikhail,
way,
you'll have to
I'm
feed me
currently
the.
if you haven't seen my Facebook,
You have to feed me the lines.
I'm currently working on a map of Chicago and suburban musicians. And so, like,
I'm one of those.
beauty area, basically neighborhood.
Make me a map.
And so, like, Highland Park, the musicians who are going to be mentioned are Richard
A
Marx.
map of what now?
The notable musical acts from each neighborhood in Chicago.
I feel like there's so many. Like, honestly, I saw that post and I was going to respond, like, obviously, like Richard Marx from Highland Park, Illinois, but I felt like 1 million people probably already posted that.
Grace Slick was spent her early childhood there. From the Jefferson Airplane.
Did not know
Billy
that.
Corgan, has a tea house.
Guar.
Oh, wait,
Guar
that's
went to Highland Park.
Schaumburg. That's Schaumburg. I'm talking about Highland Park.
Billy
I'm
Corgan
talking
is
about
Park.
Richard Marx.
Highlands Park.
Well, this is probably
I think Guar is from Highland Park.
Oh,
No,
Guar.
Richmond.
What are you talking about? Guar's from, like, Kentucky.
So when they took down the statue,
You're from Kentucky.
No, you're from Kentucky.
Look at your fucking headphones match your shirt. What's that about?
It's called fashion. You should try it sometime.
move to the left.
All right, John, what song are you playing for us?
It's actually Eric's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How much medication have you taken?
I was gonna say this is the most chemically altered concert yet, and I'm glad that this didn't start.
Yeah, let's get naked.
But Mikhail, I trust you weren't intubated.
Oh, no.
Incubated?
Intubated. I had COVID.
She was a preemie. She was a preemie. I remember. That's when I met her. She was still in the incubator. We started band.
That's right.
She played bass with.
Playing bass.
She was in the incubator, but they had those rubber gloves, so the bass was outside of the incubator, but she had those gloves that were attached in there. She could play bass through the incubator.
Situation.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No.
That was like our stick.
I was a
Band
prodigy.
activists.
Like, what can I say?
All right, Eric, what do you have?
I don't know. What else? How about
Eric, are you playing for like a flange?
no, I'm moving the guitar around. It's just one mic. It's kind of fun to mix the sound by moving the sound source.
Yeah. Like your internet connection is kind of like.
Your internet connection is kind of like. Okay, girl.
I just think your internet connection is like.
Maybe it's yours. How like?
Wait,
I'm in a
Eric, were you
fucking
stuck?
hotel. I got full bars. I'm hooked up to network, yo. This is Hilton. This is Hilton internet.
Samesies. I pay the big bucks for like the broad bandwidth.
You live in the ghetto.
So does everybody.
Not me. I stay in fancy hotels.
Sorry, which hotel are you in right now?
This one's called. It's called Field House. The Field House.
Oh, where is it?
Orleans and Delaware. So like, this is called the
River North.
River North. It's called the River North. It's a great location. It's a walking distance to the dispensary. There's a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
There's Big and Littles.
What kind of watch is that, Eric?
Casio. It's gold.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
Why?
Because my math teacher had it in 7th grade. And I want to be like him.
Okay.
Whatever his name is. Or was. He's probably dead.
Yeah, I feel like the other people in this Zoom room
Or whatever you call it.
Yeah. There are a lot of
Zoom. What are we? What are we?
like
What are we in a Zoom room?
David, Melanie.
Contributing?
Not that they're not contributing. I just feel like they feel maybe like a little left out.
Yeah. Well, we go back.
The three of us have
think
like,
they're
such
entertained.
such long history.
We're like animals in a zoo, or like the opening credits to the Brady Bunch.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play this song. I don't know what yet. Okay, here, Tom Waits. Love this song.
Never heard of him.
You've heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Well, I showers in New Orleans. I can see in my dreams. Started out down pretending, bottle and my friends. I'll drink you up till you go across the old houses. What I want is red beans and rice. Well, I can hear the band begin. Well, the saints go marching in by the whiskers on my chin. New Orleans, I'll be there. And hear the cards, oh, you guys.
It ain't that old. And people never knew you and Sam Jones and all. But where the dress I learned so well. It's me and the old so there's a Dixie moon, New Orleans. I wish I was in New Orleans. I can see it in my dream. A bottle and my friends and New Orleans, I'll be there.
All right.
Right? Remember that guy? Remember that guy with the hat? He's got the hat and the goatees and movies and stuff. Great guy. Tom Waits. Look him up.
For no man.
Big
Eric,
hit. He had a
do you
big
feel
hit.
like Eric, do you feel like playing one or two more songs?
I'll just play one more.
All right, why don't we do one more? See if anybody else wants to play a song.
Yeah, Mikkel. Warm up those bass fingers, Mikkel.
I just
Melanie's gonna paint a painting.
All right, this is a new thing. I've never tried playing harmonic.
Melanie has been
been doing live painting.
Would you like to share with the class?
Hold them up again. I want to see them.
Oh
Is
shit!
that us? Oh wow,
That's awesome.
that's great.
I shouldn't have worn the headphones.
Very cool.
Stupid.
Painting at a QuaranTunes concert. All right. Well, there's been kind of a low-key Husker Du Bob Mould theme tonight because Eric plays in a Husker Du tribute band called Husker Dudes. So I'm going to do one more Bob Mould tribute. And I play this song with my country band, the Red Line Rustlers. So I will be doing it sort of country style. This is where the line is that I've drawn across the sand. This is where my heart is, unaware and in my hand. This is how it's gone. This is where the heartache's going on. I can go it alone. I can't believe what you're saying. I gotta leave, or you're sailing on and on. I can't repeat what it's all about is wrong. and I can't believe what you're saying. This is how the time goes in an ordinary town. This is how it all winds up when you burn the whole thing down. This is how it's gone. This is how I already know that it's gone. You keep going along. I can't believe what you're saying. I gotta leave, for you're sailing on and on. I can't believe what it's all about is wrong, and I can't believe. I can't believe what you're saying. I gotta leave, for you're sailing on and on. I can't believe what it's all about is wrong, and I can't believe what you're saying. What you're saying. I can't believe what you're saying.
You remember? Yeah.
Good job.
Bravo.
All right,
Well
Eric, you got
done.
one more for us?
Yes. I can't believe what you're saying. I can't believe. That's a great song, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that
yeah.
was by
Well,
Sugar, Bob Mould
let's
tonight.
just keep playing Bob Mould stuff. I mean, he's the best.
It's all
He's
nice.
the best.
Walking around with your head.
Your head in the clouds. I wish that there was no delay. So remember you asked me a couple weeks ago about finding software that has no delay for video conference jamming.
Yeah, you recommended Jack Tripper.
Yeah, so that was just like what a friend of mine was talking about, but I never actually tried to use it. Have you tried? I think I need to do that. I need to figure out a way to have like a lossless,
My bandmate Mark researched it a bit. I think he found it would require buying a lot of hardware. So I don't think we're going to rush to do that, but it would be fun to be able to perform.
You're not going to
We got a
run
pretty
to the
good-
bank and take out your money to run to the store to buy products.
Yeah, it'd be an investment
about-
because we're going to be such a success.
Just maybe just take a leisurely stroll.
So what about if you did like a phone conference call, which works synchronously. So we all dial into a conference call simultaneous with the Zoom call. So then I think the audio would all be synced.
I don't think it's actually in real time. I think that when you're having a conversation, you don't realize that there is a slight delay until you're trying to be on the millisecond,
Oh, okay.
there is a cost involved with hardware and whatnot. But, you know, maybe one day in the not too distant future, it'll all be free and the internet will come out of drinking fountains at the city park.
That's a beautiful vision.
With Joe Biden at the wheel, anything's possible. All right, so here's another Husker Du song. I'll play another Grant song. You're playing the Bob songs. I'll play the Grant song. This is off an EP called Metal Circus. It's probably, for me, probably like the pinnacle of Husker Du's powers. With this EP, they were kind of right in that sweet spot between hardcore punk and melodic post-punk.
Wasn't this their first EP? So you're saying they like peaked early?
I think maybe they did, yeah. I think the last two albums were they were both on major labels, so they had like, I mean, not the greatest production. I don't know. I felt like they peaked early. This is called It's Not Funny Anymore.
You can do what you want to do. It's as you want to say it. You think you want. Doesn't matter anyway. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. Play what you wanna play. Hear what you wanna hear. Don't worry about the results. The effect it has on your career. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. Act like you wanna act. Be what you wanna be. Find out who you really are. Don't pay attention, man. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore.
All right.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm definitely getting kicked out of this hotel.
So you can
There's
come
people
sleep
right
on
next
my
door.
couch if you need to.
There's people right next door. But I feel like this room is of stout construction. There may be cement walls everywhere. I can't hear them.
It's not that late for a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's sad. Good point. I'm going to use that. That's ammunition.
Saturday night, so I guess that makes it all right.
If this ever makes it to, the highest court like Judge Judy, I'm going to use that as my defense.
Dave,
John Greenfield said it was okay because it was early enough on a Saturday night. Your Honor.
Dave, do you
All right,
feel like playing a song?
Yeah, Dave.
I'm gonna skip it tonight.
Oh.
I don't
Anybody
have.
else got something they want to do? Looks like Mikhail skipped out. Otherwise, I would ask.
Yes,
her.
she was clearly intoxicated.
She seemed like she was feeling no pain.
She's just acting like an Eric Mahle. Obnoxious.
I guess once you recover from COVID, you feel immortal. It's like you've been.
Yeah, she's riding that. She's riding that high. That I didn't die high.
No laws when you're drinking claws. I mean, well, we don't have any open mic people. It's up to you folks. We could call it now. We could do another round of Eric and me.
Well, I think I'm gonna turn in. But this has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we call it a night?
Thanks.
It's been very
It was
fun.
nice to meet you.
Yeah. And I'll see y'all another time.
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Good to
Thanks
see
for
y'all.
inviting me, John. Very
Melanie,
cool.
send us those paintings when you get a chance.
I'll send you your pictures, your portraits. Try to.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Digital is fine.
No, it's not fine. Analog forever.
Thanks, John.
Good to see you, Tanya.
Good to see
Thanks
you.
again. Thanks again, John.
Sure. Thanks for playing, Eric. I'll send you. I'll post a.
Nice to meet
recording
you,
of this on
Tanya.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Nice to
please do.
meet
That
you,
would be great.
Good to see you, Cindy and Max. I don't know if they're even in the room anymore, but all right, I'm going to shut this down. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend.
night.
See you.
Bye. Good night.
Namaste.
Bye.